Oops. Hang on a second. And that's, oh, all right there. Perfect. Welcome to Digital Media. I'm excited to work with you. Please open your syllabus document available on today's assignment page. I'll have some of the key text up on the screen as we talk about it. Okay, first of all, and maybe most important, how to get a hold of me. Email me. You can call my class phone. There's a phone number for you. You can go to my website. I'll post assignments and videos there, as well as other information as needed. Please don't hesitate to contact me. One of the biggest mistakes students will make is they will not let me know when they have a concern, a problem, a question, and I don't know about it, and so it doesn't get resolved. But I'm real eager, and it's real important to me to work with students and help them. So send me an email if you have a question. You got a problem, give me a call, and we'll work it out. Don't hesitate to do that. I'm more than happy to communicate with you. My office hours, times you can certainly get a hold of me, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:45 to 3:45. I will be on campus. I'll be in school. Of course, with remote learning, you can probably set up any time to talk to me or get a hold of me. Just email me, and we can make a Google Meets appointment and meet up and talk with whatever you need to talk about. If you will do me one favor, if you need to make an individual appointment, just arrange for a parent or guardian to be with you on the call. That's just district policy and procedure. That's always good to keep them in the loop too. My schedule is quite flexible, especially during school hours and shortly after. As long as I'm available, I'm happy to make the time to meet with you and work through whatever you need to. Now, students sometimes ask me about the supplies they need. My answer is, whatever you've got. I'll work with you wherever you're at. Sometimes students have a real snazzy camera or something, and that is a handy item. However, if you don't have one, don't worry. We'll work with what you got. Maybe you got a camera phone or an old digital camera. When we're on campus, we'll work with the school cameras, and we've got some really nice cameras and some awesome equipment. Internet access is something that's real handy to have. There's sometimes online programs we can use to edit our photographs or our videos. So that's for the best. Again, if you don't have consistent internet access, the school has really nice programs. We use the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, which has top-notch software. And a flash drive is handy. Again, you don't need one. We've got some stuff for transferring files right here at school, so we'll be using those there. If you've got one of your own that you bring around on occasion, it can save you some time and be handy. But if not, don't sweat it. You don't need one. You don't need to go out and get any equipment to take this class. You can use what you've got, and when we're on campus, you can use what's at the school. Our classroom expectations are pretty straightforward. Be respectful and follow our school policies. Remember that your behavior shouldn't get in the way of another's right to learn. That's one of the biggest mistakes that students will make, is they interfere with other people's right to learn. Let other people learn. Be responsible when you're on campus. Be in your seat when the bell rings. If you're learning remotely, just be logged in and ready to go when class time starts. Make sure you have all your supplies ready and at hand. If you're absent, you know where to go, my website, and checking in with me to get anything you missed and get yourself caught up. And as with other classes at ACP, you have the number of days you were absent to complete the work you missed while you were absent. If you have problems or challenges with any of that, just let me know. More expectations. Always do your best to be prepared at the beginning of class. When you're on campus, you will copy down the agenda and complete the bell work at the beginning of class and have anything ready that I've asked you to have out. Be ready to participate, pay attention, participate actively, and of course, remember that your priority is to be ready to learn. If students misbehave, then the school has clear consequences and policies for that. We don't do anything unusual or different in my class. I think you'll know how it works. Just do your best to behave. If you don't, you may find yourself facing a consequence such as warnings. removal from the room, or if it gets more extreme, dealing with an administrator. Do your best to attend. Remember, our block days are double class periods. You'll plan on having twice as much. So if you miss one block day, you're going to have 2 days worth of work to complete. I'm always happy to help students out in getting caught up if they need it. Please be on time. We do have a tardy policy. If you're tardy once or twice, it's just a warning, but if you're repeatedly tardy, then the consequences start to get a bit more severe. And always wait for my signal for dismissal. In remote learning, of course, just make sure you're tuned in until the end and I've said goodbye. And of course, you can always ask questions right up to the end if you need. On campus, don't line up at the door before the bell rings, please. Grades are pretty straightforward. You can plan on 60% of your grade being formative assessments. That's kind of the work that we do, projects and quizzes and tests that you get feedback on that will help you to improve for future tests and quizzes. And then summative assessments are kind of like end of unit tests and quizzes and that kind of thing. Your semester grade calculation is the same as with other classes. Your final exam counts for 20% of your total semester grade. For assessments in this class, we do take occasional tests and quizzes. I will test you on the concepts that we study and learn just to make sure you understand them and are getting them down. However, this is a project creation class, so the lion's share of our time in class and the lion's share of your grade will be based on the projects that you create. At the beginning of the year, it'll be creating photography projects, and as we get further into the year, we'll start creating more complex video projects, and we'll have a lot of fun with them. I emphasize creativity and risk-taking. I will give a lot more respect and a lot more credence to a project that a student has clearly put some thought into, as opposed to one that is just kind of checking the boxes and getting the job done. And of course, in these projects, I will be looking to see, are you applying the skills that we're studying in this class? A student who just slaps together something that's just kind of, whatever they came up with on the fly will not get as good a grade as a student who shows me in their project that they're using the skills that we've been practicing and studying in the class. Of course, more than other classes, I hope that you'll have fun in this class. I hope you have fun in every class, but digital media is cool. It's open-ended. It allows for you to exercise a different part of your mind, and it's fun to learn how to use this equipment and how to do these processes. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a lot of fun. I know I've had a lot of fun learning how to do this and sharing that with students. Please don't cheat. In the end, it hurts you because you don't learn, and then you're not better prepared in the future. It just makes your life harder in the future. Plus, it damages the professional relationship with your teacher and with classmates who you may have been using to cheat. So be honest. Be straightforward. Electronics, when you are on campus, please keep them in your backpack unless I've asked you to get them out for an approved educational activity. At home, just stay focused on the electronics that has your schoolwork on it. Don't try to multitask with other things. And when you're learning online and working online, your attendance will be based on your participation throughout the lesson. If you're not participating, completing work, and so forth, then that will be my signal that you were absent, and that's how, as a teacher, I will mark you present or absent. If you are completing work online, you will have until the next class meeting to get that work done for it to be turned in on time. And we'll be alternating days. So, for example, if you meet with the class on Monday, then you would have until our class meets on Wednesday to complete that work from Monday and get it turned in. When we do Google Meets, I expect you to just focus on the task at hand. Make sure you're ready to join on time. Please do your best to find a quiet place at your home. I recognize that that may be hard in some households, and that's all right if you're not able to find a perfectly quiet place. Just do the best you can. And mute your microphone when you're not speaking. so that any noises or distractions won't become a problem for other classmates on the Google Meet. When I call on you or ask you to share something, of course, you would unmute your microphone to speak and then put it back on when you're done. Any questions you have, type them in the chat, and then I can use that to kind of direct the conversation and address those questions. Please stay on topic, of course, and if you're responding to another student, just indicate the student you're responding to at the beginning, like, hey, Jimmy, that was an awesome question. Here's what I think. Please don't be snacking on the camera. That can be a distraction for our other students. At the end of the meet, just hang up promptly. Of course, feel free to ask any questions at any point, including at the end if you need. Always be respectful of your classmates, of your teacher, and of yourself. Be responsible. Let's take a break. That was a bit of a mouthful there, or a brainful for you. Go get a drink, get some fresh air, and then come back on and we'll transition to a new topic.